Hey, what's up?
What's going on, Alex? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well.
Thanks for taking the time to hop on.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Yep. 1 second. Welcome to episode 205 of the Blitz Take. I'm here with Daniel Haughton from Dartmouth University, and I'm excited to have the opportunity to talk to him about his journey and what he's been doing to get ready for this season. So welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Alex.
How did your recruiting process start?
So I was during the whole COVID process. So I was class of 22 out of high school. So my sophomore year was when COVID hit. So for those sophomore and junior years, it was kind of tough for recruitment just because you couldn't really go to camps and coaches couldn't really come out to see you with the whole social distancing and stuff. So those 2 years was kind of slow for me. But my junior summer, I went to camps and did pretty well, and was just that kind of gained some interest from a lot of coaches, especially like Ivy League, FCS level coaches, high academic. So once that happened, I knew I probably wasn't going to go anywhere higher, like Power Five. And so I really focused in on these sort of high academic Ivy League schools because you can get the best of both worlds. I had a really good senior season, and then a lot of the Ivies offered me throughout the season, and then after that, I also got some other FCS level schools like Mercer, Charleston Southern, those level of schools. And when it came down to it, I was like, if I have these Ivy League offers, I want to maximize, the best of both worlds, academic experience plus athletic experience. And at the time, Dartmouth was winning the most, and they still are. So I chose Dartmouth because, as I said, the best combined experience, academic and athletically, and then also Dartmouth had tenured, long history of success at the highest level in the Ivy League.
How did your football experience start when you were growing up?
Yeah. So my family's a huge football family. We've always been one. My mom, she grew up in New York as a Giants fan, so she kind of introduced me to just sports in general and football. I got a lot of my love for the sport from her, and she indoctrinated that to both my brother and I at really young ages. My brother played football. He's 5 years older than me. I watched him when I was a really young kid, and I saw how he played. He was okay. He wasn't the greatest, but I saw just the sport itself, and I was like, okay, I want to do this, and it became sort of like a goal of mine to be able to play. Started playing when in the second grade, tackle football, flag football, all sorts of stuff, and I just fell in love with it. So I started in second grade, played Pop Warner throughout middle school and high school, but it really started because my mom was a huge sports fan, and I saw my brother playing, and it interested me, and it seemed like something that I'd love to do. So.
Mhm. Does your brother play at a college level?
No, he didn't play at college level. He stopped playing football after sixth grade, honestly. But just seeing him, he was playing in fifth grade when I was in kindergarten, and I used to go to his games. And just seeing that, I was like, okay, this is something I want to do. And then once I started playing, I realized I was pretty good at it. And I was like, okay, this is I want to play professionally. I want to use this to go to college. And I've done the first part so far, using it to get me to college. Now the second thing is going pro.
Mm-hmm. What, what was it like growing up in your hometown and getting to where you're at today?
What'd you say?
Oh, I said, what what was it like growing up in your hometown and getting to where you're at today?
I think it was my hometown. It was a really good sports town. I mean, North Carolina is great for sports, and specifically Charlotte, where I'm at, is a bunch of talent that's booming in and out of it. I'm from a town called Weddington, which is pretty well known nationally now. It produces a bunch of talent. Will Shipley, he's in the NFL. Malik Mustafa, so a bunch of great guys have come from Weddington. I didn't go there in high school. I went to a private school, Charlotte Latin, but from my town, it was just you know there was a huge sports culture here. It's a small, close knit community, really good academics, but also sports are just a huge thing. There's a big sports park where I started playing football. That's like right smack dab in the center of town, and everybody who's anyone from Weddington probably played football, basketball, soccer there. So that's kind of where my upbringings are. And so I started there, and from there it was just like building and continuing to work. There's a bunch of good trainers in the area, a bunch of great coaches that are knowledgeable that could help kind of guide you towards that progression. And you know, I from a young age I was always like someone who was sort of at the top athletically amongst my peers. I worked hard, I had good parents, and so I really just was able to stand out. And it was nice being able to be supported by your community as you're getting bigger, as you're like getting more, more known, more recognition from people outside of your community. Get having that support, and also seeing other people older than you who accomplish things you want to accomplish. There's multiple people who did that in the community in Weddington, so seeing that really inspired me to kind of strive towards it.
Mm-hmm. What is your biggest strength and weakness on the football field?
Yeah, I would say my biggest strength, um, I think it's like sort of two parts. I think my biggest strength is my football IQ, just understanding the game, understanding everything that's going on around me, and just really being able to hone in on like minuscule details of I play wide receiver of the defense that can give me an advantage, like DB's technique, their stance, their depth, the depth difference between them and the safeties, the triangle between the safety, the safety linebacker corner, just seeing those little things and understanding what the pitcher is telling me. And I think that allows me to play really smooth. I think I'm a really smooth player. I just I can flow naturally in and out of cuts, in and out of breaks. Just having that football IQ allows me to play confident, and that just allows me to be smooth on the field. So I think that IQ paired with my smoothness are my two biggest strengths. I say my biggest weakness, I would think, I think I'm a pretty well-rounded player, honestly. I would say probably just like natural explosion. I think I've always been someone who hasn't been like insanely explosive compared to some other receivers. Like some other receivers are just like, naturally freaks, stuff like that. I don't think I'm that. And then also coming off an injury, so we'll see how that goes. But I think like that might be my biggest weakness. I'm still athletic, but I don't think as naturally athletic as some other guys who play my position.
Mm-hmm. I just wanted to let you know that I work for the Princeton Football Athletics for ticketing, and I've been doing this for a couple years now, and I'm continuing to do it this year. And I would I I see on the schedule that you guys play Princeton at Princeton, and I would love to meet up with you if we can to get a picture.
So that would be sweet. But actually, I graduated from Dartmouth last year. So
Oh, okay.
I'm no longer going there. I'm going to Furman University to play my
Mm-hmm.
fifth year. So I won't be able to. I won't be at the game against Princeton. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's sweet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, how did you find ways to go and transfer to Foreman?
I think so my senior year at Dartmouth, I was pretty honed in to have a good year. I was a captain. I think I was like projected second or third team all Ivy going into the season. Like I was poised to have a good year, but second game of the season I tore my Achilles, full rupture on my Achilles tendon, and so that kind of like shook things up for me. I couldn't really play. I couldn't play this year, and then also it made the transfer portal pretty difficult because Achilles is such a tough injury to come back from. It spooked a lot of coaches and other programs were like, we like your tape, but you're coming off an Achilles, and that's going to be tough for us to really manage giving you an offer or giving you any sort of like money, especially when you're coming off that injury. So for me, the portal was really slow for a while. Had some tough moments in it. Really thought I wasn't going to be able to play anywhere else. Probably thought my career was just going to be done with the injury and just not getting the interest that I wanted. But later down the line, Furman and then Charleston Southern, they both reached out. They're both in South Carolina. I'm from North Carolina, so they're closer to home. And they both reached out. They gave me offers, which I was so grateful for from both schools. Two great schools, great football programs. And really just came down to I felt like Furman more represented what I wanted to pursue in an athletic program and also an academic program. They've had history of success. The past couple of years have been a little down year for them, but they're tracking on the way up. And they throw the ball, so that's something that's really interesting to me. They really spin it. They set their single season passing mark record last year, so I want to be a part of something that's growing, and I just wanted to be a part of that. So yeah, they have a good program, and they gave me an opportunity, and I was like, I can't really turn this down, especially since they're taking the risk on me. So that
Mhm.
kind of led to the decision.
What are your expectations going into the season?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing for me is trying to be a little less, having a little lower, not lower, but a little less concerned with the results. I know last year I was so just obsessed with having a big year my senior year, with trying to go to the league or trying to go to the portal and go somewhere big and get paid. I kind of lost sight of what the true meaning is, and that's just playing the sport that you've been playing your whole life that you love to play, playing the sport that you love. So for me this year, the one real expectation I have is playing again. After I tore my Achilles, I really had no idea if I'd have the opportunity to play again. So the fact that I get the chance, that's the only thing I'm going into it with. I just want to be able to play again and play the game with that sense of joy and love that that I've been playing with my whole life that I kind of lost sight of when I was so focused on getting to the next level. I think now, for me, if the opportunity arises, they give me a chance to play. Um, I'm going to go out there and try to dominate, but I'm really just going to take advantage of the fact that I get the chance to play again.
Uh, what uh, what year did you tear your Achilles?
This past year, so the 2025
Uh,
season. Yeah. So I tore in 2025. So like literally like 9 months ago. I tore it 9 months ago.
oh, that sucks.
Yeah, it's a tough one, but it's part of the process. So
Yeah, it's just part of the game, and I know that you'll be back
yeah,
stronger than ever.
yeah.
Yeah. So, what is a typical day like for you during the off season, like today?
A day.
A typical day like for you.
Yeah. So for the past couple of weeks, we've been in camp, or not camp. We've had winter or summer workouts. So that would be a more typical day. Right now we're on break. We go back up Monday. So I'll be back Monday and we'll be starting camp. But a typical day for me so far in the off season, I'll just give you one as if I was up at Furman. Um, Wake up at about like I try to wake up early because our workouts start at 7:05. So I'll try to get up around 5:45 ish. So I'm not late to anything. I like waking up, doing my little morning routine to really wake myself up. Drinking some tea to get my day going. But yeah, I wake up at 5:45. Morning routine, drink some tea, get to the facilities around like 6:30. Cleats, get my cleats on, say what's up to my guys, and then go down to the field, get a little stretching before we do our team stretch. So then 7:05, we'll have our workout. It'll be about 7:05 to maybe 8:30 ish. After that, I'll get some breakfast, eat, have a lot of free time, and then I'll go lift with the team. My lift group was I had 10:30 lift group. 10:30 to 11:45 we'll lift. Then after that, it's really since it was summer workouts, the rest of the day is yours. I'll try to hit the jugs machine after I lift for maybe about 30 or so minutes. Try to get 200 catches on the jug machine. Then hit the tennis ball machine. Just shoot out tennis balls. Catch maybe like 50 of those each hand. After that, I'll go get some lunch. Uh, Lunch at the facility, not the facilities, but like on campus. Get some lunch. Go back to facilities either write down some plays since I'm new to the team. I'm still trying to figure out the playbook, so got to like draw out the plays on the whiteboard as much as I can to get that muscle memory down. Either draw out plays or watch film, and then once I'm done with that, do a little rehab, recovery from my Achilles since I'm still rehabbing from that. Some soft tissue stuff, X5 scraping, and then a little bit of plyometrics. Once all that's wrapped up, probably be about like 3:30, and then I just go home. And then from there, it's just really up to me. I don't do much outside of the sport. I'll be chilling at home, watching TV shows, try to read, talk to friends when I can. But yeah, that'd be a typical day. So basically, I'm done with all the football stuff at 3:30, and after that, it's just up to me to cook some food and
Mhm.
kind of calm down for the rest of the night.
Any interesting books that you're reading?
Um, Currently, I'm reading The Inner Game of Tennis. I think that's a great book for all athletes to read. My friend, I don't know if do you know who Sean Williams is from Dartmouth?
I haven't heard of the name.
Okay, so Sean, he was another one of our captains my senior year. It was me, him, and Delby. And Sean's a phenomenal player. He got NFL camp invites, Tennessee Titans. He's a wonderful player. About a year ago, or year and a half ago, me and him were talking about this book, The Inner Game of Tennis, and it's basically just it's a book written by this teacher who describes how there's like two games to tennis. Like there's the outer game, which is the actual competition against your opponent. Then there's the inner game, which is the battle against yourself. And he tries to explain in the book that the inner game is the more important battle in becoming a successful tennis player or a successful person in life in general. And so Sean put me onto that book about a year and a half ago. I never got it at that point. I never read it, but I recently got it because like with everything that happened to me, I wanted to like kind of hone in on that inner battle, that inner confidence. And I've been reading it, and I think it's a wonderful book for all athletes to read. I think, self-confidence is the nature. It's the key to being a successful player, key to being successful in anything. And so, yeah, that's the current book that I'm reading, and it's fascinating, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Uh, who in your family do you look up to?
I would say, I mean, honestly, my immediate family, both my parents, I really look up to. I think they both, like my mom and my dad, they're the two people that I really look up to the most. They're both immigrants. They weren't born here. They're born in Jamaica. They immigrated over here, many years ago, and they didn't get placed into the best situations. There's the American dream, obviously, but the immigrant story isn't always as easy as it's meant out to be. And they both grew up in tough situations, were raised in tough spots, and they really had nothing handed to them. They had to work and earn everything they ever got, and that's so inspiring to me because they're able to build such a great life for my brother and I. To give me the opportunity to go to a school like Dartmouth because they were able to establish something far beyond ever when I was born. So they're my inspiration every day. I see how hard they work for me to have these opportunities. I see how hard they work today. And they're the reason that I keep going and the reason why I want to be successful. Because, I mean, I want to be able to pay back at least half of what they've done for me. So,
Uh, are you still interested in following the Ivy League this upcoming season?
yeah, I mean, graduated from Dartmouth, so I'm a Dartmouth guy for life now. I'm kind of enshrined in the history, so I'm going to keep up with my guys there. Still talk to the guys on the team, and I'm gonna be tuned into them. So I'm see how they do in the games. One thing I always wanted to beat Harvard, and I never did. We lost all 4 years, which sucks. But hopefully the guys can get it done this year. But yeah, I'll definitely be keeping in. It's really good football, honestly. Like every team, top to bottom, has great players. The guys get after it, and I mean, it's a little bit underrated. Like speaking to my new teammates, they're like, "How is it? What is it like?" And I'm like, just because it's Ivy League and they're smart players, smart guys, like don't think that
Mhm.
it's sweet. The football there is really good.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What are your thoughts on how Princeton would look like?
Um, I'm honestly I'm not sure. I haven't been keeping up with them too much, but I remember, Princeton was always one of the tougher teams that we knew going into the week we had to prepare for. I know the past couple of years have been kind of down for them, so I'm not sure. I know last year was again a down year, but they still had a lot of talent all across the field. I remember their secondary was one of the better secondaries that we faced. So, I mean, if all those guys are coming back, I think they should be poised to have a good year. And they got that young receiver who's really good. So, I
Hmm.
mean, they probably should have a good season. I'm not too sure, but you never know with the Ivy League. It's kind of give and take. Like, some team may just be surprisingly really good out of the blue. But
Hmm.
knowing Princeton, they're a pretty gritty team, so they should have a solid year.
Do you watch any other teams outside of the Ivy League?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a huge football junkie, so I'll be always be tuned into like the highest level, like the P5s, SEC, stuff like that. So it's cool
Hmm.
watching them. I don't have a specific team that I'd say I watch all the time. I kind of just like watching it. But I know this year, because a bunch of my like teammates from Dartmouth who grad transferred to some bigger schools, they're at like the highest level now. So I'm going to be watching them. I got my friend Dakota. He's at Duke. Chris Corbell's at Georgia Tech. Patrick's at Virginia. Like all these guys are spread out. So I'm gonna try to tune into their games as much as possible because they're going to be on TV. ESPN, all that. So I'm definitely gonna be tapped into them. So yeah.
What are your goals once your NFL playing days are are up and getting ready to get ready for the combine and stuff?
What are my goals after NFL or getting ready for the combine?
Like the process of getting ready for the combine.
Yeah, I think honestly, I think the biggest thing for me, whenever I'm done playing collegiately, it would be, getting ready for a combine would just be the uh, the athletic side of things. I think, the drill work like route running, catching, stuff like that. That's just natural. I think I'll be able to do that. As long as I keep on working, I'll be able to do that. Not without breaking a sweat. That's like the natural part of playing football that I really enjoy, like the smooth part that I think I'm good at. But I think I'd really have to hone in on the athletic sort of part, like find a really good trainer and focus on starts for the 40, starts, stride length, foot placement, and just like getting that forward lean, hop on the Vertimax, get my vertical up, get my broad jump up, those sort of things. I think specifically those drills are, that's the make or break, and that's where I really need to see improvement. So whenever I'm done with the season in Furman, however it goes, if I really still want to take that next step towards the NFL, I'm going to have to really focus in on those sort of things, just that athletic and that explosion.
What are your thoughts on this upcoming season schedule?
I think it's a good schedule. You know I'm pretty happy to be back down south. I know it gets really hot, but I was fed up with the cold up at Dartmouth. I couldn't deal with it anymore. So I'm happy to be down south. I'm also happy we played Tennessee. We never really got to play any of the big P4 schools at Dartmouth, so that was kind of a bummer at times. They got great talent, and it's kind of good to see where you stand against those guys, even if the outcome isn't what you want. It's a good test and measure, and we get to play Tennessee this year at Furman, so I'm excited about that. Hopefully, I get to suit up that game, get to play against those guys. That'd be sweet. But apart from that, I mean, hearing from my teammates, I know the SoCon historically a good conference, a lot of competition, a lot of teams, a lot of guys from deep in the South. So I'm excited for it. It's a long schedule compared to at the Ivy Leagues. We only play 10 games there. We play 12 scheduled games here at Furman, plus conference championship or playoffs. That's the goal. So I'm really excited for it. I'm excited to see how the competition varies compared to the Ivy League, see how players play down here compared to up north, and I'm really excited to get after it, play some of my old teammates. It's a super enticing schedule. A lot of good competition on there. Mercer's a really good team, I've heard. Excited to play them, and yeah, it should be fun.
It was great talking to you and getting to know about your journey, and I wish you nothing but the best of luck with at playing for Foreman and getting back to your old self. And I'll definitely keep in touch with you, and I'll be following your season.
I appreciate it, Alex, and best of luck to you at Princeton.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yep. Bye.
Have a good day.
You too.
Thanks.